Kindergarten, look where I am. I found a friend and we are at the pumpkin patch. So my friend the skeleton and I would love to show you around. Are you ready to go see some pumpkins? Let's go check it out. We've been learning all about them. Let's go find out. Kindergarten, here we are in the pumpkin patch. And remember how we talked about how they start as seeds in the ground, little seeds, and then they grow their roots, right? And then their stems come up, and we know that pumpkin stems are all curvy and vines. Show me the curvy vines. Yeah, so let's find some vines. And then from those stems and vines comes the leaves, and they're super big. Wait to check them out. Look at these huge leaves. And then from the leaves comes the flowers. And then in the flower is the fruit, which is the pumpkin. And then inside the pumpkin is the seed. That's right. So let's see. We can't see the roots right now, but look at what I found hiding under the leaves here. Oh my gosh, do you guys see it? Big and orange and beautiful. And look at these vines and these leaves. Oh my gosh, these leaves are huge. Are they big? Look at my hand, and the leaf is so much bigger than my hand. And then you can see these long, twisty, lots and lots of vines. And actually, if you look up close at the vines, they're kind of prickly. They kind of have some little stickers on them. They don't hurt, but they're definitely prickly. So I bet that would keep the predators away. So there's these vines, but under the vine, look what's attached. This huge, big, beautiful pumpkin. Let me see if I can move it so you guys can get an up-close look of where it's attached. See that? Right down there, see if I can get the leaves. And he's just growing right out of the vine. Oh, it's beautiful. There are so many. And look, here's one that's even more hidden. It's camouflage, isn't it? Because it's still green. So, and it's turning orange. It's waiting for those cool fall days. And you can see that it's turning. And these are nice, big. Now, remember we learned that the bigger pumpkins, what are they for? Yeah, these are the jack-o'-lantern pumpkins. So these are the best pumpkins for jack-o'-lanterns. We'll see if we can find some pie pumpkins, because the yummy tasting pie pumpkins are smaller. But I think there's some other kinds of pumpkins here. So let's go see what we can find. That's what I found. We talked about the seeds and the roots and the stems and the leaves. But look what I found down here, kindergarten. It's a pumpkin flower. There's the flower right here. And look it's blooming right under the leaves. And you can see there's a couple flowers here. And there's one over here too. And guess who's with the flower down here? Can you see him? There's a little slug. There he is. There he is. But I want to show you the flowers. They are beautiful. So from this flower, it's this one right here is starting to die. And this one back here, and let me show you. From this flower, see how it's starting to wilt? Well, back here at this spot was where the pumpkin starts to grow. And so as it grows, a baby pumpkin, it's nice and small and green, will start to grow. And then do you remember the bottom of the pumpkin is where the flower used to be? So let's see if we can find the bottom of the pumpkin. So let me show you right here. So here's the baby. The baby pumpkin's gonna start to grow. It's gonna grow big and green, and then it's gonna turn nice and orange. But remember, we talked about the bottom of the pumpkin right here. This is where the flower used to be. And it shriveled up and it died, but it left its little flower mark right there. So that used to be the bottom of the flower. So much fun. Oh, all these wonderful pumpkins. Kindergarten. Remember how we talked about how there's lots of different kind of pumpkins? Well, guess what? I found a really funny Halloween pumpkin. So I gotta show you. Come and look here. Okay, this pumpkin is called the warty pumpkin, and I want to show you why. Do you see the texture on this pumpkin? It has little bumps all over it. And this is a fun Halloween kind of pumpkin. And under here, you can see there's another one growing. He's still on the vine. And he's got his little bumps, and they call those warts. And I don't know if you follow witches, but witches are famous for having these bumps on them, and they're called little warts. So they don't hurt anything when they're on people, but they are fun looking, and it's very bumpy. And that's the wart pumpkin, the warty pumpkin. Let's go see what other kinds of pumpkins we can find. Oops. Hey, kindergarten, I found another kind of pumpkin growing here. Look at this pumpkin. Can you guess what color it is? Yeah, it's a white pumpkin. It's a pumpkin that's gonna be white. And look it, next to the white pumpkin, I found a pumpkin that's rotting, just like Pumpkin Jack. And look, you can see the pulp inside. And then look at here. Do you see? Teeny tiny seeds. And the seeds are laying in the ground, and they're right here, the little pumpkin seeds. And they're getting ready. If we cover them with some soil, they are gonna go ahead and turn into pumpkins next spring. Look at all that wonderful pumpkin. Do you see that? Let me show you up close. The inside, it's starting to rot a little, so it's kind of icky, huh? But you can see this inside part is the pulp. And then remember this outer shell, the lines, there's the ribs. You can it's hard to see the ribs. And then the shell of the pumpkin is nice and hard. So it protects the inside, this pulp. And this is the part that we eat to make pumpkin pies. So that is super yummy. And then we can also eat the seeds if we roast them in the oven. I love eating pumpkin seeds. They are so yummy. But I'm gonna leave these here so that they can grow into a pumpkin for next spring. And when we come back, maybe next year we'll see this pumpkins from this pumpkin right here. So cool. Let's go see what other kind of pumpkins. Hey, kindergarten, guess what? I found your pumpkins that I gave you. Remember those little bitty pumpkins? Well, there is a whole bunch of them hiding under here. Look at all these beautiful little itty bitty pumpkins. And they are just growing right here. Here they are, and you can see where this used to be the flower, right? And then here's the stem that's on the vine. And if we were to take that off, there's the circle left from the flower in these little bitty pumpkins. And they're growing all over here. So if I were to move away all of these leaves, you would see everywhere. Look at pumpkins hiding. Little Jack Be Nimble pumpkins. And I love these little pumpkins. Oh my gosh, are they just so much fun? I also want to show you inside the stem of the pumpkin. So here's the stem. And watch, when I open it up, and there's the beautiful leaf. But watch what the stem is. Remember how we talked about the stem, the vine, carries the water? Well, inside it's hollow. Can you guys see that? I'll peel it back a little bit for you and open it up. And inside, it's all hollow. Look at that. It's just like a straw. In fact, if I were to put it up in my mouth, maybe I could use it for a straw. We could drink some pumpkin juice. So there's the inside of the vine. And these little lines here that you can see, let's see, hold them there. Those little lines are what carries the water up to the leaf and carries it to the pumpkin to get it lots of water and nutrients so it can grow either little like these or really big. Should we go see if we can find the giant pumpkins? That'd be so cool. Let's go see what we can find. Kindergarten, I found some more flowers, but I wanted to show you what was growing. Here's the beautiful flower, and then here it is starting to die. It's shriveling up, and look, right there is the baby pumpkin, and the flowers right there. It fell, it's died, and it shriveled up, and there's the pumpkin that's turning into. And you can see it's right here on the beautiful vines. And here's another teeny tiny, even smaller one right there. Do you see that? Teeny tiny baby pumpkins. And these are all wonderful little baby pumpkins. Oh, Kindergarten, let's look under these leaves and vines and see what kind of pumpkins we find. Look what's under here. Wow, look how white that pumpkin is. That is a ghost pumpkin. It's white as a ghost. And they're growing all over right here. Here's another one. See if we can get close. There's that big ghost pumpkin hiding right under there, just like a ghost. Here's a really big ghost pumpkin. Can you guys say, ooh, like a ghost, and wave your arms like a ghost? So much fun.